Gene Wilder, born Jerome Silberman on June 11, 1933, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to William and Jean Silberman. His childhood was shaped by his mother's chronic illness, which required young Gene to temper his emotions and develop a sensitivity that would later infuse his performances with a unique blend of vulnerability and depth. Wilder's first taste of acting came during his teenage years at the Horan Camp of the Theater Arts in Wisconsin. Immersed in performance, he discovered acting as a therapeutic outlet. It was here that Wilder first honed the ability to blend vulnerability with humor, a skill that would define his career. He supported himself with various jobs while pursuing stage roles in New York. His first professional performances were in off-Broadway productions, including a notable role in Twelfth Night at the Phoenix Theater in 1962. His film debut came with a small but memorable role in Bonnie and Clyde, 1967, directed by Arthur Penn. Although brief, his performance caught the attention of directors and industry professionals, setting the stage for his cinematic breakthrough. His dedication to authenticity and his ability to infuse manic characters with genuine emotion became hallmarks of his performances. In 1967, Wilder met Mel Brooks, marking the beginning of a legendary creative partnership. Brooks cast him in The Producers, 1967. Wilder's portrayal of the anxious and neurotic accountant Leo Bloom earned him an Academy Award nomination and catapulted him into stardom. The collaboration between Wilder and Brooks was transformative, leading to some of the most iconic comedies of the 20th century. In Blazing Saddles, 1974, Wilder played the sardonic Waco Kid, while their co-written Young Frankenstein, 1974, redefined genre parody. Wilder's insistence on creative control and his heartfelt performances elevated these films beyond mere comedy. Wilder's portrayal of Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, complete with his insistence that the name was pronounced Frankenstein, became iconic, demonstrating his mastery of absurdity while maintaining a thread of emotional realism. Wilder's ability to navigate the fine line between comedy and tragedy was perhaps most evident in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, 1971. His portrayal of Willy Wonka blended whimsy and eccentricity with an underlying melancholic intensity, leaving audiences captivated by his enigmatic performance. Wilder's interpretation of the character showcased his ability to create layered, complex personas that lingered long after the credits rolled. Beyond his film successes, Wilder remained committed to exploring new facets of his talent. In the mid-1970s, Wilder began working with Richard Pryor, forming one of Hollywood's most groundbreaking comedic partnerships. Their collaborations in Silver Streak, 1976, Stir Crazy, 1980, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, 1989, and Another You, 1991, redefined interracial buddy comedies and challenged racial stereotypes in entertainment. However, their personal relationship was complex. In his memoir, Kiss Me Like a Stranger, Wilder reflected, "Richard was brilliant, but deeply troubled. Our comedy worked because we understood each other's rhythms, not because we were close friends." He further elaborated, "We weren't buddies who hung out, we were comedic partners who respected each other's talent." Richard's genius was undeniable, but his personal demons were equally powerful. Pryor's struggles with addiction and unpredictable behavior created challenges in their collaboration. Wilder expressed a mix of admiration and sorrow for his partner. "I loved working with Richard, but I couldn't save him from himself." Despite their chemistry on screen, their relationship remained largely professional, with Wilder noting, "Our friendship was professional first, personal second. We created magic on screen, but off screen, we lived very different lives." When Pryor was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, in 1986, Wilder, like many of Pryor's colleagues, expressed support but maintained the professional boundaries that had always defined their relationship. Gilda Radner's entry into Gene Wilder's life was nothing short of transformative. A comedy pioneer from Saturday Night Live's original cast, Radner first met Wilder on the set of Hanky Panky in 1982. Their connection was immediate and profound, transcending typical Hollywood romance. Radner, born on June 28, 1946, in Detroit, Michigan, had already established herself as a comedic genius. Her Saturday Night Live characters like Roseanne Rosanna and Emily Litella had made her a cultural icon. Despite her professional success, Radner struggled with personal challenges, including body image issues and an eating disorder. Their relationship blossomed quickly, with Wilder describing their connection as a perfect comedic and personal partnership. They married on June 21, 1984, in a small, intimate ceremony that reflected their deep personal connection. Together, they made several films, including Haunted Honeymoon, which they co-wrote and co-starred in. Radner's battle with ovarian cancer began in 1986, a journey that would ultimately define the final chapter of her life. She documented her cancer experience with remarkable candor in her book It's Always Something, published in 1989. Her diagnosis came after years of misdiagnosed symptoms, a struggle she used to raise awareness about women's health issues. During her treatment, Wilder became her most steadfast supporter. He accompanied her to chemotherapy, supported her through experimental treatments, and remained by her side throughout her entire cancer journey. Their relationship exemplified unconditional love and mutual support. On May 20th, 1989, Gilda Radner passed away at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. She was 42 years old. The cause was ovarian cancer that had metastasized despite numerous treatments. Her death was a profound loss, not just for Wilder, but for the entire comedy community. In the wake of her loss, Wilder became a passionate advocate for cancer research. He founded Gilda's Club, a support network for cancer patients and their families, ensuring that Radner's legacy extended beyond her comedic brilliance. The organization provides free support groups, lectures, and social events for those affected by cancer. Wilder would later write about their relationship with extraordinary tenderness in his memoir, Kiss Me Like a Stranger, describing Radner as the love of his life and celebrating her spirit, humor, and courage in the face of tremendous challenge. In the years following Radner's death, Wilder transitioned into a reflective period of his life. Retiring from acting in 1991, he turned his focus to writing, producing a body of work that revealed a deeply introspective side of his artistic persona. After 2005, Wilder largely retreated from public life, but remained a vibrant creative force behind the scenes. Diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in 1999, he had already survived the illness through chemotherapy and a stem cell transplant. By this time, Wilder prioritized his personal life, focusing on writing, family, and the quiet joys of retirement with his fourth wife, whom he married in 1991. Wilder continued to write, channeling his introspection into novels that explored themes of love, identity, and human vulnerability. His books, including My French Whore, 2007, and The Woman Who Wouldn't, 2008, reflected a contemplative and sensitive writer. He often infused his narratives with personal reflections, as in this poignant excerpt from My French Whore. I had never been in love before, not with a woman, not with anything. I had been married, but that was different. This was something else entirely. In interviews about his literary endeavors, Wilder expressed the joy he found in writing. Acting is giving life to someone else's words, he said. Writing is giving life to your own soul. His transition away from acting wasn't born out of disdain for Hollywood, but rather a desire for peace. He had already achieved a career most could only dream of, and saw little need to chase more. Reflecting on his decision to step away, he remarked, "I didn't want to play someone's grandfather on a sitcom. I wanted to do something that felt meaningful. Writing lets me create at my own pace without the chaos." Wilder's relationship with his fans remained profound, though he avoided the public eye. He expressed gratitude for the enduring love people had for his iconic roles, stating, "I'm grateful when people say I made them laugh or gave them something to hold on to in difficult times. That's what I always wanted." In 2013, Wilder made a rare public appearance in New York for a conversation about his career. While discussing his films and his shift to writing, he told the audience, "Comedy comes from the heart. You don't fake it. If people don't feel the truth behind the laugh, it won't stick." By this time, Wilder had begun experiencing symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, though he chose to keep his diagnosis private. His nephew, Jordan Walker Perlman, later explained, "Gene wanted to protect children who loved Willy Wonka from associating the character with illness. He wanted to leave the world with joy, not sadness." Though his health declined, Wilder approached his condition with the same quiet dignity that defined his life. He focused on spending quality time with loved ones and revisiting the pleasures of painting and music. He once commented, Even when life becomes smaller, it doesn't have to become less meaningful. Love, kindness, and a little silliness are still the best things. On August 29, 2016, Gene Wilder passed away at his home in Stamford, Connecticut, surrounded by family. The official cause was complications from Alzheimer's disease. His passing marked the end of a life dedicated to creativity, laughter, and love. Wilder's ashes were privately interred, in accordance with his wishes for privacy. His nephew later shared a moving anecdote about Wilder's final moments. Gene was listening to Somewhere Over the Rainbow. He was at peace, and that's how he wanted to go. Looking back on his remarkable journey, Wilder's own words capture the essence of his life. Some people think comedy is a lesser art, but it's not. To make someone laugh while making them feel, that's everything. Love hearing about iconic stars who have passed away. Subscribe at Evergreen Token now for captivating mini bios of legendary late celebrities and breaking celebrity death shorts celebrating their remarkable lives.